Hey everyone, Val here, and I'm back in my kitchen because I've been invited to another collab. And I want to thank Jen over at Embracing Chaos with Jen for inviting me to this collab. And Jen's channel and everybody else who is participating in this collab will be in the description box below. And as you know, each month we are hosting, somebody new in the group is going to host a collab, and we're going to create a dish that is using the ingredients that the host has provided, or maybe not the ingredients, but the idea. Let's say the idea. So this collab by Embracing Chaos by Jen is going to be fruits and vegetables. So today I am going to do a fruit dip for fresh fruit, and my fresh fruit will be honeydew melon, strawberries. Well, I'll show you all of that when I get my tray put together. But the hit of the recipe, I guess, is going to be the fruit dip. And this fruit dip recipe I found a long time ago, and it is in our family cookbook because I liked it that much. But I'm going to try to do a lower fat version of it to see how that turns out today. Because you can do this full fat, full sugar if you want to do that. But I'm going to try a lesser sugar, a lesser fat version. So let me show you the ingredients that are going to go into this. Don't forget to check out all of the channels in the description box below. I know you've seen the other videos that we've done with the September and Croctober and the Cook Exchange in December. If you haven't, go back and check out those videos and check out everybody else in the description box. There's been some great recipes. And I'm actually going to make a confession. I am recording this in actually November. This is Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be making this for my my son's coming over for Thanksgiving. So we're going to have a really light Thanksgiving. We're not doing a turkey and all of that. We're just going to do something light. I am going to be having surgery before Christmas, and that's going to take me out for about a month, I guess, maybe a few weeks. I'm going to see how it goes. It's going to be depending on a lot of different factors, but just in case, I wanted to be part of the collab because these collabs are a lot of fun. So I'm going to do my recipe in advance so that I can post it in January when it needs to be posted. So let's get started. Okay, so my fruit dip is going to have in it one package of 3.4 ounce instant vanilla pudding mix, and this is going to be the let's see, this is not a fat free. This is 90 calories per serving. This is 4 servings per container, and this does have sugar in it. So I don't have a fat free or low sugar substitute for this, but if you wanted that and couldn't find an instant pudding that's vanilla, and this is the instant pudding, you know, you could use that. I didn't see a low sugar one to use. I'm going to be using a 8-ounce brick of the Philadelphia cream cheese, and this is 1/3 less fat. That's the lower version of this. You can use full fat if you want to, but I'm going to go with the less fat on that. We're going to use a cup of powdered sugar, and powdered sugar is powdered sugar. You can't really go low fat on the powdered sugar. But I am going to be using the Cool Whip, and this is an 8-ounce container of the Cool Whip, and this has no sugar added. This is 0 sugar. So this will kind of help out that there's no sugar in this, and the only sugar in the pudding mix and the powdered sugar. So this has 20 calories per serving, 25 servings per container. A serving is 2 tablespoons. It only has 1 gram of fat, and there is no sugar. It's no sugar added. It's 3 grams of carbs. So I think that's a good option. It called for a cup of whole milk. I'm using 2% milk because we don't drink whole milk. I don't drink milk at all. Steve does, but he drinks the 2% milk. So that's really all the ingredients. There's 5 ingredients in this dip. So that's the ingredients that, that it has. Let's put this together. All right, this is really simple. All you have to do is put all these ingredients, the powdered sugar, the cream cheese, and this cream cheese has been sitting out a minute, so this is soft. And the lower fat cream cheese, I think it stays a little bit softer than the regular cream cheese anyway. So the cream cheese is in there. They put the vanilla pudding mix in there. Going to put the cup of milk. And last, but certainly not least, is this whole container of Cool Whip. Everything goes straight into the bowl. And I have never seen this no sugar added Cool Whip before, but when I went to the store to pick up the ingredients that I needed, this was the only Cool Whip on the shelf. Very seriously, so that's what I bought. And it kind of fit with staying with the lower fat and the lower sugar anyway, so I'm kind of glad that I didn't have any other options. Now I'm going to take my mixer and mix this up. If it gets too loud, I will turn the volume down. Okay, and you just mix until it's well incorporated. And this is supposed to make 3 cups. It looks like more than 3 cups to me. It looks like quite a bit. It does feel loose, but that's okay. It's gonna firm up once you get it into the refrigerator because it has that pudding mix in there, and I think that'll help it to firm up some. So we got that mixed up there really well, you can see. I'm going to use this pretty glass bowl for serving it. So I'm going to get as much as I can into this glass bowl. This will be my serving bowl with my fruit. I'm going to cover this up. You see the bowl? I'm going to cover this up with plastic wrap, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to let it get cold and let it firm up just a little bit. And we will get the fruit tray made. I am going to try this because this is the low fat version, so I'm going to take a little bit on a spoon. And I think it tastes just as good as the regular version. So I think it's going to be fine. It just needs to get cool. It's kind of room temperature. So let me put this away. We're going to come back and I'm going to show you what fruits I'm going to be using for the fruit tray. All right, I have the kitchen all cleaned up. I put the dip in the refrigerator to get it cooled. I took the remainder of the dip that was left that didn't fit in the bowl and put it in a little container, put it in the refrigerator so that I can fill up the bowl. Once we eat some of it out of the bowl, we can not waste any of that wonderful dip because it has a wonderful flavor. So my fruits that I'm going to be using for my fruit tray, I looked for a cantaloupe, but I couldn't find one because it is off season. So I got a honeydew melon. That's one of them that I'm going to use. I picked up a couple of kiwis. I do like kiwis. It was a fruit that my dad loved. And, you know, my dad's passed away, been many years now, but I do remember the kiwis. My dad used to love to eat the kiwis. And I have some pre-cut pineapple. Again, pineapples are out of season. I couldn't find any whole pineapple to cut, so I had to go the cheater method and get the pre-cut pineapple. I think it'll still be good. It isn't canned, it's just pre-cut, so I think it'll be all right. I did get some strawberries, and the strawberry selection wasn't great either, but this, I think I got the best one out of the bunch that they had in there. I did pick up a couple of apples. I'm not going to cut these in advance because I know the apples will brown and I don't want them to brown. You can soak them in salt water if you want to keep them from browning, and just put them aside until you're ready to serve the fruit tray, and then rinse them off and put the apples on the fruit tray. The salt really shouldn't change the taste too much, but I'm going to wait and see if anybody wants the apples before I cut them, because I don't want to waste the fruit. I can eat it later if they don't want it. I probably will eat some of the apples, so I'll probably cut one of those. All right, so the only thing I need to do is cut up this fruit. I need to rinse the strawberries off, and I'll probably just do a few of them. I probably won't do the whole container because I don't think they're going to eat a lot of them. I can always put more out. So let me get started. I'm going to use this glass plate, and what I'm going to do is put the glass bowl in the center of it and arrange the fruit around the outside. So I'm going to cut some of the fruit, put it around the outside of the tray, and leave space in the middle for the dip. Now this, if you wanted to do this and cut it this way, and you could scoop the insides out and use the cantaloupe or the honeydew itself as the bowl to put the dip in, you can do that. My son did one of these for my daughter's baby shower way back when. That's been a lot of years. But he actually made a baby carriage out of it by cutting it in half and then using this half as the top of the baby carriage. So I am not going to do that today because I'm not going to go extra fancy. But that is options that you can use. You can go on the internet and find other options for cutting melon where you can make other containers out of them to put your dip into. I'm going to hollow out all of my seeds now. You can keep the seeds and plant them and try to grow your own melon. I have kept seeds from stuff before and tried to grow my own plants with it, and it does work. I'm just going to do chunks. I'm going to keep this kind of simple. I do hope this melon has good flavor because, like I said, it is out of season. So I know we're trying to start out our year, January, eating healthy. This is a good way to start by having some extra fruit and vegetables. If you can find them in your local markets, and if they're fresh. Now I'm going to take a taste of this just to see how fresh it is. And that actually doesn't have bad flavor at all. So I think this is going to be just fine. It's kind of refreshing. Really refreshing kind of flavor to it. But I want to make these big enough, these chunks big enough so that you can get them dipped into the dip. We put a spoon with the dip so you can dip it into a little side bowl if you want to, and then dip your fruit into it on your own plate so that, you know, we're not sharing the same bowl. All right, so that's how I'm doing my melon. I mean, you can do it any creative way you want to do it, but that is how I'm doing my melon. I've got it arranged on the side of my plate. I'm leaving that little hole in the middle for the dip bowl, and then I'm gonna cut some other fruits. I'll probably cut some other melon a little bit after I finish this plate so that we'll have some backup put into the refrigerator. But now I'm going to do my kiwi. And I'm just going to cut off the ends and peel it. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to cut this into chunks also. So I'm just going to probably quarter it. And do it like that. So I'll probably just do quarter chunks like that, so they still have room to pick it up and dip it if they want to dip it. So I'm going to do both of the kiwis. Alright, so I've finished cutting the rest of the kiwis. They're in here. I've got my strawberries ready to go. And I think I'm going to cut the tops off the strawberries. And just have them so they can dip them like this. So I don't want all that greenery on there. I'm just going to do half of the package. I didn't do the other half. If people want more strawberries, it's just going to be Steve and I and my son today for this meal. But I'll be eating off the fruit tray all week or until it's gone, because I do like to have my fruit. And the dip is going to make it extra special. Even though it's not, I like my yogurt, but the dip is a little more calories in that than just a plain yogurt. So, clean that board off. And last, this is going to be Steve's favorite, this pineapple here. So I'm going to do, figure out how it opens. There we go. I don't normally buy it like this. It's a little pricey. Definitely don't want to when my hands are clean. Oh, it's not even cut. So, which is good. It's not cut. It's just the pineapple. So let's see how we want to do this. I might just cut it in half. Cut it like this, and then just cut some chunks out of it. I hope it's good. It's really sweet and juicy. Now I mixed the colors on my tray so the two greens weren't beside each other. I'm just trying to make it appealing to the eye. I don't think this pineapple is going to stay around very long because Steve likes the pineapple. And I don't buy fresh pineapple very often because it's kind of pricey. But for a special treat, or maybe when it's back into season and it's probably going to be a little cheaper, then that would be good. And I'll probably just put this whole piece out. I don't know, we'll see. I might just put this little bit back in the container. And then, well, it's only a few. We'll see what happens. We'll put it back in here because I don't want to overstuff my tray. I'll take a few of these off. Okay, we're ready to serve. So here's my tray. Isn't it beautiful? We got the fruit dip in the middle. We got all this wonderful fresh fruit. We're gonna start out January eating healthy and enjoying some fresh fruits and some fresh vegetables. So thank you, Jen, again for inviting me to this collab. Make sure you check out all the channels in the description box below and go and visit them. Subscribe to them if you're not subscribed. If you're new to my channel, Thank you for coming over to watching the video, and leave me a subscription too, and join me for everything else that I do on my channel, from a little bit of weight loss to crafts to missions, everything that's included. My family, everything's in this channel. It's just a variety channel. And make some of these wonderful recipes, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the recipe, and if you've watched any of the other videos, what recipes you recommend. So I'm gonna go check them all out too, but tell me what one was your favorite so far that you've seen. All right, that's all I have for today. I'm gonna get this ready and go and watch some videos. So y'all have a wonderful January. Have a blessed 2023. And I'll catch y'all on the next video. Bye now.